Hello, this is Nina Tucker, and I am doing this video for EDU 581 ESL Assessment and Culture under the supervision and instruction of Dr. Broady. And I'm here today with Miss Tori Dangerfield, who is a 6th grade language arts teacher. Thank you, Tori, for doing this for me. First of all, I want to talk to you about ESL learners and how they perform, or how they think. And we're going to use the WIDA book for our resources and strategies today. As you can see, let me introduce you to WIDA here. WIDA offers by grade level, in this case we're looking at 6 to 8, ELP standards, and we're looking at the language arts framework. And it's going according to level. If they're just entering the level of language, we would look at these particular examples here in the listening, speaking, reading, and writing. They progress onward. We go to beginning, developing, expanding, bridging, and of course the ultimate goal is level 6 for reaching. What I have done here is made a few strategies because I know you have an ESL student this year, and through talking with you and talking through the Title I teacher, we found out that vocabulary tends to be a problem with him. So I made a few strategies that I thought we could use. First of all, we have a knowledge rating scale. The knowledge rating scale consists of the vocabulary word, and he or she would check, do they know it very well, have they seen it or heard it, or they have no clue what it means. So that way they could write their vocabulary words down and give you an idea if they are aware of it. Maybe they've heard it or seen it, but they had no idea what it meant, or they just had the first two. Also, and I'm sure you're familiar with this, it's called the Freyer model, is a vocabulary word map, where the word is in the vocabulary words in the center, and then off to one corner, definition in your own words, then a synonym, draw a picture of it, use it meaningfully in a sentence. And this is good to use with ESL students, plus also our mainstream students. And then one that I had developed myself is called a stair-step vocabulary, where we start with the word, we go to the definition that the textbook gives us, then the definition in their own words, and then we have them to draw a picture of what it is, and then write a sentence using the vocabulary word itself. Also, I have, I'll let you keep those. We have, I have 7 teaching strategies that I found that really is good to use for any teacher in mainstream classroom. And particularly though, I'd like to point out, number 1, provide comprehensible input for the ELLs. They don't soak it up like native English learners do, so they need that extra time. Many of the modifications that they will have will be extended time and even a peer tutor to help them out. Number 2, make lessons visual. They see first and then they'll speak it and write it later. Writing will be the last thing that they'll progress to. But if they can get a picture of it, even a cartoon that they can make a connection with, that will help them. And also connecting that prior knowledge, that prior information, talking to them about their culture, you know, trying to make that bridge between the culture and the word itself. Number 4, determining key concepts for the unit. Just exactly what do you want him or her to get out of this? You know, do they really need to know all this extra, or do they need to know this specifically? Number 5, to modify the vocabulary. Is there a particular route that you can use? You know, like having them to speak it to you first and maybe do the pictures, then having them to write it so much. You know, writing will come last with an ESL student. Number 6, using cooperative learning strategies, you know, collaborating, and I'm sure you do with your Title I teacher on your particular ESL student at the current time. And modifying the testing and homework. Normally with ESL students, their tests are modified, their assessments are. and usually standard-based, where they could either demonstrate it, they can exhibit it, like having a presentation, making a PowerPoint, multiple choice, and maybe narrowing it down to 3 or 2 even, and working with them in that particular way. I think you're probably already aware of a lot of this. We do a lot of this anyway in content, don't you agree? With a lot of these strategies, just that the ESL learners, they need just that little extra help and assistance. That's what they need. Okay, any questions?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, thank you very much.